never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's some truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some rest by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
Money back, money back, money back, make it like a money back, money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? And I look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be lay, waist snatch, back, shrink, back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Quinn. And right away he lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Quinn. Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here go 46.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And they'll run it here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quinn, flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, You're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. To throw on 2nd down. Quinn flushed out right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Quinn. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
47.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Running with power here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah Crowell, 96 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quinn. He's going to go deep for Conley. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception.
We're going 47.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
It's coming now. 26.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now let's go. Green.
Throwing again. Quinn. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Quinn, quick hitch, complete. It's Cannon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Quinn. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw on third down, Quinn. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Quinn. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fends him off. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Prescott. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
Gone!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
Lucky 56.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Oh, he fakes a spike. Able to fight through one tackle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Go to 54, go to 54. Ryan,
a first down throw for Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. A first down carry now for Crowell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Mostert, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give them some. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. P.J. Williams with a pick. I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him. Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Quinn. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Detroit!
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Quinn. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Here's Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. The pitch to Corral. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of... This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him a gain of 37. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Quinn. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Quinn. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Quinn. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Prescott now from the 50. A little dump off for Corral. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to Cow. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Prescott to throw. He gets it over the middle of the car. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quinn, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. The defense gets in the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Randall Cobb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
It's coming now.
He may try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
46. Good.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Here go 46.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backward. He'll be down at the 30. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Quinn. Caught here by Conley. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shedding the tackle. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.